Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 5 best video cameras that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. And also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the Panasonic LUMIX S5 II mirrorless camera. The Panasonic LUMIX S5 II is the best camera for videography that we've tested when considering value for the price. It's loaded with features that equal and even surpass more expensive options, making it one of the best bang for your buck cameras to buy for video work. It has 6K open gate recording, 4K at 60 FPS, albeit with an APS-C crop, and internal 10-bit 2:2 capture, with support for a wide range of codecs and recording formats. The video quality from its full-frame sensor is also excellent, and it has one of the best in-body image stabilization IBIS systems among full-frame models. The S5 II is also the first LUMIX camera to feature phase detection autofocus, which significantly improves subject tracking compared to its predecessor, particularly in video mode. It's worth noting that native L-mount lenses can be expensive, although you can get around that by choosing third-party options or using a lens mount adapter. Of course, if you want to save even more money, the original Panasonic LUMIX S5 is a steal, particularly if you buy used and don't need the more advanced autofocus of the S5 II. Moving on, at number 4, we have the Fujifilm X-H2S mirrorless camera. The Fujifilm X-H2S is one of the best hybrid cameras in its price range for videographers who need high frame rates and speed. It has a 26 megapixel stacked sensor which keeps rolling shutter distortion to a minimum and makes it a great fit for fast-moving subjects and sweeping action videography. It also supports 6.2K open gate recording, 4K at up to 60 FPS without a crop, and has a slow motion recording mode that can capture 4K at up to 120 FPS. Aside from its superb internal recording capabilities, the camera also has all the inputs you'll need for video peripherals, including a full-sized HDMI port, making it easy to connect an external recorder or display. Like the Panasonic LUMIX GH7, it supports raw video output to a compatible external recorder, though unlike the GH7, it can't record raw video internally, but most videographers won't need raw video anyway. Otherwise, without an external recorder, the camera's internal codec support is fantastic, with Apple ProRes formats to capture higher quality video with less compression. At number 3, we have the Sony Alpha ZV-E1 full-frame interchangeable lens mirrorless vlog camera. The Sony ZV-E1 is one of the best low-light video cameras we've tested. It features a 12 megapixels full-frame sensor optimized for low-light shooting, with fantastic noise handling and plenty of dynamic range for great results in even the trickiest lighting conditions. It's the same sensor found in the pricier Sony Alpha 7S III and Sony FX3. Though we haven't tested them, they're known to be some of the best videography cameras in their respective classes. The ZV-E1 is billed as a vlogging camera, so it's more accessible to newcomers and has a more compact body. It also includes Sony's ever-reliable autofocus, IBIS, and 4K recording at up to 60 FPS. The Panasonic LUMIX GH5s is another great option for low-light videography that's less likely to overheat. Though it uses a smaller Micro Four Thirds sensor, the sensor's low resolution and dual native ISO design optimize the camera for low light. The MFT system also features more compact lens options, and the camera has a more effective IBIS system, but its autofocus is much less reliable than the ZV-E1. That may not be a deal breaker if you prefer to focus manually, so the GH5S is a good choice if you want to save some money. At number 2, we have the Panasonic LUMIX GH5M2 20.3 megapixels mirrorless micro four thirds camera. Another great option for aspiring filmmakers is the Panasonic LUMIX GH5 II. It's one of the predecessors to the Panasonic LUMIX GH7 above and uses a micro four thirds sensor, albeit with a slightly lower resolution. However, it still delivers excellent overall video quality, and the MFT system has a vast library of lenses to choose from, including plenty of compact and relatively affordable options. The GH5 II has a wide range of resolution and frame rate options, including anamorphic modes to get a wider, more cinematic aspect ratio, and 4K recording at up to 60 FPS. You also get log profiles and 10-bit 2:2 4K recording up to 30 FPS to capture more color information and give you more flexibility in post. Unlike the newer GH7, however, it lacks a CF Express card slot, can't shoot in Apple ProRes formats internally, and is a bit more limited in frame rate options. For the price, however, the GH5 II is a fantastic choice. And finally, at number 1, we have the Sony Alpha ZV-E10-APS-C Interchangeable Lens Mirrorless Vlog Camera. The Sony ZV-E10 is the best camera for filmmaking on a tighter budget. While this entry-level APS-C vlogging cam lacks a lot of the more advanced features of our picks above, it's ideal for beginners who are just dipping their toes into videography. Like the higher-end Sony ZV-E1, it lacks a viewfinder, making it less versatile for hybrid shooters, but its fully articulated screen is ideal for video work. The camera is also highly portable for on-the-go shooting, and Sony's E-mount features a wide range of both native and third-party lenses. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't have in-body stabilization, but you can pair it with optically stabilized lenses to get steadier camera movements. Compared to higher-end options, you'll also miss out on internal 10-bit capture and 4K 60 FPS recording. For the price, though, the camera is quite feature-packed with a fairly wide range of frame rates, including 4K at up to 30 FPS and 108 OP at up to 120 FPS. Overall, it's a great choice for the budget-conscious filmmaker. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.